What's going on, guys? Recommend here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at New Super Mario Land for the Super Famicom / Super Nintendo. This is a homebrew ROM that was released just yesterday by an anonymous person, and it actually runs on real hardware, which is amazing. You don't see a lot of homebrew for the Super Nintendo because there isn't really much of a development kit for it. It's can be played 4 players, similar to the Wii version of New Super Mario Brothers. But this is based on the actual Game Boy version of Super Mario Land. So basically it's a recreation of that game. So think about it, it's a recreation of a Game Boy released game on the Super Nintendo that uses graphics from a Wii game or even a DS game, depending on which version you prefer. And it looks amazing for what it is. So let's just jump right into it and take a look at what we're getting. So as you can see, the graphics here are from the Super Nintendo, from the Wii or DS versions of the game. And you can tell a little bit more now. And the gameplay is a lot more like Super Mario Land than you might think from looking at it. From looking at it, you may think that it plays like Super Mario Brothers or New Super Mario Brothers, but the physics are all Super Mario Land. And yes, he does make noise pretty much every time he jumps. The transitions there look fantastic. You didn't really see that in the same way in normal Super Nintendo games. Oops, dang it. Have to get used to the physics here. Now, one interesting thing that they did add to the gameplay of this game compared to the original is that you can bounce off the walls like you can in New Super Mario Brothers. As you can see, the turtles here are black shelled, and they explode, which is something from the Game Boy version. It was done by a different team. And you do go after Princess Daisy. The layouts are pretty much identical to the Game Boy version. I played through a couple of levels on my own prior to this. Trying to see if I can jump off the walls. Yeah, I really suck at this. There we go. Yeah, so in terms of his response, he responds more like the Game Boy title than expected. As you can see, these are enemies from the Game Boy title again. Now they did change the song from the Game Boy version there. And I'm trying to see if I get a fire flower. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't get those because I don't have a Super Ball. See, the background graphics look fantastic, and as you can see, this is a bonus game from the Game Boy version. So, considering again this development kits for Super Nintendo aren't particularly easy to obtain, and maybe if they did this just solely off of their own programming skill, whoever did this is amazing. So you can see it's kind of a hazing effect in the background. I don't know if that's maybe a line scroll effect of some kind. And I'm still wondering where they got, some of these other graphics. Obviously the New Super Mario Bros. Graphics there are pretty easy to figure out. But I'm pretty sure not some of these enemies had to be either drawn from scratch from somewhere, or rendered from scratch, or grabbed from somewhere else. The level layouts, as you can see, are very faithful to the original game. And I'm talking about even the underwater level that comes later on. It's there. I was playing it yesterday and I got that far. Now, in case I didn't make it clear earlier, I am playing this on original hardware using a Super EverDrive and a RetroTink 2X because I wanted you guys to see this running on actual hardware and not just emulation. Sometimes you do have games that, you know, are fantastic, and they're running on an emulator, but they won't actually run on real hardware. Like the Super Mario Brothers game that was released, dang it. Like the Super Mario Brothers that was released for the N64 not long ago. One thing I will say about this game, other than the fact that it's great that it runs on real hardware, is that you never know if Nintendo will send their lawyers to send a cease and desist. So I would highly recommend that you download this ASAP if you're interested in playing it. It's on archive.org, but what I also do is I will leave a link in my description to the excellent article done by Smoke Monster on Retro RGB, which will have the link as well as more of a history behind the game. Again, released by an unknown programmer. He apparently sent out some 30 Nintendo Power Japanese flashable, I guess, cartridges out to some folks in the industry, which is pretty awesome. I'm quite happy to have it on my normal flash cart. Whoa. Still have to get used to the physics of this because it's just weird seeing new Super Mario Brothers graphics, but playing the game, you know, like regular Super Mario Land. It just throws me off. But it is pretty. The only thing I would probably suggest would be to maybe redo the pipes. The pipes look a little bit off. But other than that, it looks great. I love the fact that you can run back. I don't quite remember if you can do that in the original game. I don't think so. I don't think that you could. It's been ages, so don't quote me. Yeah, I don't know where they got these Sphinx puppy things from. But again, fantastic that they were able to get the game so close to the original. I would imagine that there'll be all sorts of pirate, or homebrew cards of this. They'll never. I doubt they'll ever be legal because they're using Nintendo IP characters. Whoa, no, dude. Oh, there you go. And as you see, it's the boss, and let's finish the stage. So somebody will probably make repros of this. Probably won't be long before you see them. But if anything, make sure you get the ROM. It's free on the internet. Again, you can also find it on Retro RGB site with the excellent post by Smoke Monster. I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of this brand new homebrew game for the Super Nintendo, which again you don't see many of because it's not easy. I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing this. You can see there's some wonderful water effects there. I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing this, and again, this is recommend. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and share me with your friends or share my content with your friends so that more people can actually start watching the channel. Again, recommend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.